Hey guys, it's Zach back with another beer review. Today I have La Fin Du Monde. This is a Belgian style triple ale from Canada. This is from Quebec. This is from Unibroue brewery. Sorry, I don't know if you can read that. It's really shiny. Anyway, I believe this means the end of the world. It's 9% ABV. It is 19 IBUs. SRM is 5.5. Product of Canada. Yeah, it doesn't say much on this bottle, unfortunately, so I don't have much to tell you guys here. But if you look it up, you can find out about the lore of each of their beers. Unibroue has their own YouTube channel, and you can find out some information about their beers as well. So anyway, we're going to give this a shot. 9%. This is a strong one. I like triples. I just finished up Blanche de Chambly, which is their Belgian wheat ale. It's their wit beer. That was really good. That was delicious, very smooth. And I'm hoping this will be just as smooth as that was. I mean, this is 9%, almost twice the alcohol, but let's see what they got. Nice. Pretty highly carbonated there. Okay. I smell like, honestly, it's like a sweet orange plum. Yeah, it smells really good. It smells very sweet. All right, let's pour it out and see. Whoops. A little bit rough there. So I do like Belgian triples a lot. I'm not sure exactly what to expect from this one, but typically some of them are a little bit on the musky side for me. I like them to be sweet. I mean, it's 10% alcohol typically. Roughly, they range from like 8 to like 12%. So with these strong beers, I like them to be on the sweeter side so that they're palatable with that alcohol. Usually, the sweetness will hide the strong alcohol pretty well. So anyway, really nice carbonation. I don't know how well you guys can see, bubbling like crazy. Real nice head here. I did pour it kind of rough, but definitely more carbonated than your typical beer. Well, your typical weaker ale. But anyway, yeah, definitely a little bit of like banana nut bread on there. Really fresh smelling. A little bit of like spicy floral notes to it, and definitely some orange lemon kind of zest going on. But in my opinion, mainly dominated by that Belgian yeast smell, which to me always smells like bananas. So let's dive into there and see what we think. Wow, I'm thirsty. Okay. This is really good. Okay, so does not really have a muskiness like some of these Belgian triples have. Also, it's not completely dominated by gumball flavor like most of these Belgian triples have. Usually it's like a banana with some gumball in your face, like some real sweet sugary. And you know what? This is smooth without being overly sweet and sugary. Not that they taste like overly sweet and sugary typically, but that's kind of what I get from a lot of triples. Is it's either a little too sweet or it's a little bit too bitter and doesn't finish how I like. But this one is like the perfect blend almost. Yeah, this is almost the perfect blend of. This is almost the perfect blend. It has a little bit of skunkiness going on, which I don't mind. Typically, Belgian triples they're so strong they have a little bit of skunkiness to them, but this one is like so unique compared to most of the triples that I drink. I definitely think a lot of these Unibroue beers are very different from the other beers in their category in a lot of different ways. Let's go ahead and make sure we get the yeast in there. I didn't go ahead and explain to you guys that it's relatively clear. There's a little bit of fogginess. It's a very, I'd say it's a very pale amber. It's not quite yellow, but it definitely has some amber gold in there. So make sure we got the yeast out of the bottle. Maybe that'll change the flavor a little bit. And doesn't look like there's a ton of yeast in the bottom of this bottle. The Blanche de Chambly, the wit, that had a lot more in it, a lot more trub in the bottom. This one doesn't seem to be quite as much. But let's go back at it and see. Yeah, didn't really change it a whole lot. Didn't really make it too cloudy. It was already kind of cloudy. It was already pretty cloudy. Didn't really make it a whole lot foggier, but this is definitely a good beer. And it definitely added back to some of the head, but it's got a real nice body and mouthfeel to it. It's a nice, this is a nice strong beer. This is a really good drinkable beer that has some kick to it. I'm sure if you drank a couple of these, you'd be feeling it pretty quick. But yeah, I've heard some people say this is like their favorite beer, especially because of how strong it is and it's relatively reasonably priced. This is definitely up there. Not in my top favorite beers of all time, but definitely up there with my top favorite Belgian triples. There are, like I said, there are a few that I like. There are a few that I don't like. This falls into the category of the few that I really like. I'll have to make a video pretty soon talking about and comparing maybe 3 Belgian triples that I really like the most. But this is definitely up there. So try it out. If you guys haven't tried any triples, this is definitely a good place to start and see if you like it. Because, like I said, this one is not overly strong. It's not overly bitter. It's really smooth and drinkable. It doesn't have some of the funky finishes that some of the other ones have. Not quite as spicy. Not quite as bitter. Just seems very drinkable. And I guess just by looking at that with 19 IBUs, you probably could have assumed that. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Definitely try this one out. This beer gets a, probably gets a 4 out of 5. I'll give it that. Maybe a little more. Definitely delicious, and I'll definitely be buying some more of these. So far, I'm very impressed by Unibroue, and I will keep you guys posted. I have another 2 or 3 beers to try out of a mixed 6-pack that I got from them, so we'll see what they got. Anyway, guys, thanks again for watching. Have a great day. Drink them up.